Good afternoon, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are, on the face of this very planet, on this very day, Saturday, the 13th day of February in the year of our Most High Elohim 2020. I welcome each and every one of you listening. And I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. Because in the blessed land of Biafra, it is evening. Here in Houston, Texas, it is afternoon. Just 11 minutes past 12 noon here in Houston, Texas. 11 minutes past 7 p.m. in the blessed land of Biafra. And by the same number of minutes, past the top of the hour, regardless of where you're listening to us from, where you are domiciled. And as I welcome you, allow me to encourage you to welcome all those who are around you, your friends, your family, your neighbors, anybody that needs to be emancipated by virtue of this very gospel of liberation. We are live and we are direct. And as some of you know, I am in the United States of America, in Houston, Texas, to be precise. And I welcome each and every one of you. This program today is going to be interactive. But before I go into the details of that, and before I issue a number that you're going to call, which is a United States number, please, to allow those of them who are here that we have brought this very redemption to, this very gospel, to participate and partake in this very program today. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, the largest mass movement on the face of this planet Earth. The director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. I know that some of you, this may be new, those who are listening via our social media platforms, but I can say to you that we are on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu page, the official one. It has official to it. We are also on my profile, which is my private page on Facebook, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also on University of Radio Biafra on Facebook, University of Radio Biafra on YouTube. And I am also sure that some of you are listening either via IPOB Community Radio, or you're listening to us via Radio Biafra app. Some are on satellite, some are on FM on the ground. Wherever you are, however you're listening to us, we welcome you. Without further hesitation, I am going to pray a very brief prayer. After this very prayer, I will give you a telephone number to call when our lines open for you to participate in this very program today, especially for those of you who are in the United States of America, where I am currently, should I say, broadcasting from. Let us pray. Ezi onye nwanyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma onye anyị na-efewe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya kere ihe niile kere eke, mana onweghị onye kere ya eze ndị nsọ. Mma mma dịrị gị Chineke nna, n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị ka anyị na-efe, anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, anaghị m akpụ isi ala wee nye ihe ọbụla ka mmadụ kpụrụ nna nke ebere. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị na-asị site n'okwu nsọ nke gị, kwere n'ihi ebere gị, ịma mma gị, amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ, bịakwa ka iwe leta anyị ma nye anyị Biafra ya ọsọ ọsọ na mgbe nke anyị, n'ihi na mkpagbu karịrị akarị, ndị iro karịrị akarị, ekworo karịrị akarị, iro karịrị akarị, ndị anya ụfụ juru ebe niile eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-ekele gị, na-arịọ gị, na-asị na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ Chineke nna bụ onye anyị na-efe. Ka amara gị wepụta ihe n'ime ndụ anyị, kiri gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ, ka ngọzi gị wepụta ihe, ka ụwa niile wee gbaa akaebe wee si n'ezie n'ezie na ụmụ IPOB bụ ụmụ Chineke, na ala nsọ gị bụ nke Biafra nna nke dị nsọ, bụ ala nke a gọziri agọzi. n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị pụrụ inye anyị Biafra, ọ bụghị mmadụ dị ndụ. Kama na anyị onwe anyị ga-eme nke anyị ji wee bụrụ mmadụ, gị onwe gị ga-eme nke iji wee bụrụ Chineke nna. Mkpọkụ ka anyị na-akpọkọ aha nsọ gị dịka isi wee gọzie ndị Igbo, ka anyị si wee narị ka iwee gọzie anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa, ka iwee nye anyị ezi echiche na amamihe, nye anyị ezi nghọta, nye anyị amamihe dị omimi nna nke igwe, n'ihi na ndị iro gbara anyị okirikiri aka nri aka ekpe ihu na azụ, mana ọ bụ site na amara gị ezi ebube dị ngọzi ka anyị ji wee nọ ndụ were ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị, onweghị onye ọzọ anyị na-efe ma ọ bụghị naanị anyị wee narị gị wee narịosi ike na-asụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke ma nwee ike. Chineke nna ndị nsọ, biko arịọ ka anyị na-arịọ gị, bịa ka iwee gbaghara anyị mmehie, n'ihi na anyị bụ anọkpa ahụ ụzọ ọbụla si wee mejọ gị, ọ bụ site n'echiche, bụrụ n'okwu ọnụ, bụrụ akparamagwa eze ebube dị ngọzi. Biko nụ gbaghara anyị mmehie, ejikwala mmehie wee kwụọ anyị ụgwọ ọrụ ma were amara gị ezi nna, na n'ihi na ndị iro abatawa anyị n'ime obodo ekwensu bụ Zoological Republic, abatawa anyị n'ime ha, akpatawa ndị Fulani, ndị Janjaweed, ndị na-egbu mmadụ wee na-arụ ọbara, wee bata anyị n'ime, wee jide ụmụ gị wee na-ala anyị n'iyi. Kama iwe kpọlite Eastern Security Network nna nke ebere dị ngọzi, wee na-asị na ihe na-eme n'ala Yoruba n'ụbọchị nke taa na ọ gaghị eme n'ala nsọ gị, agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị sekpọrọ onwe ha ndị gọvanọ na ndị si na ha bụ ndị na-achị obodo na-agabiga ha na ndị Fulani ihu na-eme n'ala nsọ gị. Chineke nna nke igwe na agaghị adị etu a na mgbe nke anyị wee na-ekele gị, wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị gị eze ebube dị ngọzi. Biko bịa ka iweta anyị okwu nsọ nke gị n'ọnụ, ụwa anyị na-ewe gba aka ebe na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, ka otuto na nsọpụrụ wedara aha nsọ gị site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị na-arịọ gị. Ise. I have just prayed in the language of heaven, and I am going to issue a telephone number, and please, I will encourage you not to call. Allow those in the United States of America to call first, please. The number is 346. I repeat, +1, which is United States code, 346 3990188. I repeat, +1 346 3990188. Very, very shortly the line will open, and when it does, I will invite you to please place your call and tell us whatever you have in mind today, but especially for those of you who are in the United States of America. This broadcast, as you say, is going out to the rest of the world. But this evening, before we commence, I must bring to the attention of the whole world, because we are saying all these things, not that the world will do anything, not that the UN themselves will do anything, not that anybody will do anything about coming to our rescue. We are saying it that they may bear us witness, that heaven and earth may bear us witness. This evening, for those of you in Biafraland, or this mid-afternoon before we came on air, we received a very disturbing news that the man, the zoo army, and the police that Hope Uzodima sent to go and destroy a synagogue, a house of prayer in Olo, that they have been able to find the man where he has been in hiding with the family and arrested him. The zoo army and the police just did that a few minutes ago. We are saying it so that the whole world will be able to know. The man who was arrested, the high priest, is Cletus Egole, and the wife, Reverend Rosalind Egole. Priest Cletus Egole, Reverend Rosalind Egole, Ngozi Chukwu Mbenwa, Elo Ikechukwu, Sandra Nwachukwu, Nwachukwu Confidence, Promise Nwachukwu, Solomon Nwachukwu, Peculiar Nwachukwu, all of them were abducted by the army of the zoo, and I'm sure they will add these ladies here to the list of those they are holding already, those they are raping every morning, noon, and night. They have just abducted them at the orders of Hope Uzodima this very day. This was the man that his synagogue, his church was destroyed. The wife is a Reverend, Rosalind Egole. They have taken them to maybe to Obinze, and from there, they will move them to the north to commence the rape of these very women, as they have been doing to over 50 women already. We have their testimony. We have it on tape. A lot of things are happening. A lot of abominations are happening. The world has turned a blind eye. They will not come to our rescue. They will not listen. It has fallen upon us to try to defend ourselves, and that is exactly what we're going to do. Hope Uzodima, if you know who he is, if you know who George Obiozo is, you must tell them that this reverend, this very priest must be released immediately, along with those who have been arrested. If they are not released, anything you see in Imo State, you will take from us. Anything they see in Imo State, they will take it from us. I am warning everybody, all you idiots, those who are fond of talking rubbish all the time. This family has been abducted. For those of you efulefus, all these intellectuals, these idiots that cannot reason. Our people, do you know that Biafran women are in military barracks in the north? I have their names. They are being raped as we speak. 2, we managed to secure the release of 2 of them. If you listen to their testimony, believe you me, anywhere you see a Nigerian soldier or police, you cut off their heads. I'm telling you the truth. Those people are evil. They are raping our sisters and our mothers as I'm talking to you right now. And we have all their names. They are moving them from one barracks to the other. Now they have moved them to DSS headquarters in Abuja. These are Biafran women, Igbo women, that they are taking turns to rape. As I'm talking to you right now, that is what is happening. That is why we must be guarded in our approach. Everything we do, we must be very vigilant and very careful. Any traditional ruler, any PG of any community, anybody who is in support of what is happening in the damnable zoological republic is our enemy and enemy of God as well. In heaven. Anybody who is against what we are doing, you are against God Almighty in heaven. And you can never go scot-free. They have taken these families. If you know Hope Uzodima, tell him, before you start writing your stupid grammar on Facebook, go and tell Hope Uzodima and George Obiozo that nothing must happen to this family. They must be released. Their synagogue was demolished. It was demolished. And now you have gone and arrested them. I'll give you their names once again, so that when it starts, you will not say you were not warned. You must release High Priest Cletus Egole, Reverend Roslyn Egole, Ngozi Chukwu Mbemwa, Elo Ikechukwu, Sandra Nwachukwu. They took them because Fulani wants to start raping them from tonight. That's what I've been doing to our women. Those that we can give to them. You know, people don't understand why we do what we do. They think we are doing this just for the sake of it. We are doing what we are doing because that is what we have been mandated to do by heaven itself. You must release Sandra Nwachukwu, Confidence Nwachukwu, Promise Nwachukwu, Solomon Nwachukwu, Peculiar Nwachukwu. We know you're holding them. I swear on my life, if you do not release them, Imo State will burn. Imo State will burn. It will burn and burn and burn. If you know Hope Uzodima, go and tell him. If you know the idiot who is commanding the army somewhere in Obinze, cowards and kidnappers, go and tell those fools to release the women and children they have just abducted in Olu this evening. I am warning you, if you do not release them, Imo State will burn. It will burn. That army of the zoo you want to move down, you will move it down into Imo State and they will die there. We will sit and say, don't think you are Yoruba people with all this nonsense you're doing in Yoruba land. If you try us, you will die in our land. We will bury you there in our land. Go and ask them. They were running away yesterday night. They ran away yesterday night. They said they were patrolling around Olu. We came into Olu and they ran away. All they did was to come back this evening, to disguise, to come back this evening, to come and abduct innocent civilians. They cannot fight Boko Haram. They cannot fight ISIS. They cannot fight Fulani bandits. Nothing is to come and be displaying force against civilians. The same thing they did at Lekki Tollgate earlier today. The same thing they did at Lekki Tollgate. And for those of them who were making noise about the involvement of IPOB and Biafrans in the NSAS protests, have you now seen that we didn't issue any orders for Biafrans to go to Tollgate Lekki? Has it not crumbled? Has it not crumbled? I'm asking you. Has it not crumbled? You saw their police well kitted in full military regalia, displaying all their armaments. The same thing they cannot do in Sambisa Forest. The same thing they can never do anywhere else. But they are in Lekki Toll Gate, displaying their, should I say, their power and their might against unarmed civilians. In Nigeria, if you want something done, if you want to defend your rights, you must be armed. You need weapons to defend your right, or else they will trample upon it. Or else they will trample upon it. Those people do not reason. They don't understand. And for some of you fools supporting what the zoo has done or is doing around Lekki, let me remind you, the same way this very generation is fighting for what Ojukwu saw over 50 years ago is how you and your children in years to come will be fighting against injustice because of your duplicitous complicity with what is happening right now in Lekki. All of you are there. When soldiers come to abduct civilians, you are just looking. When the police come, taking some of you one by one, your others will just be there watching. You are just watching. You are dealing with animals. Nigerian authority, these are wild. They are worse than animals. You cannot allow them. How many policemen were there? How can you allow them to be arresting people? I know that, Macaroni, the comedian, was arrested as well and taken away. All they are doing is to frighten you. You don't understand these people. You don't understand their mentality, their psychology, the way they reason, the way they talk, the way they operate. You don't know. This is a zoo. The only thing they understand is force. In Nigeria, you fight force with force. If you try to speak your grammar from now till the kingdom come, nothing will happen. Ask Wole Soyinka. They have been speaking grammar for years. Grammar for years. Yet he did not stop Fulani cow from entering his farm and eating up his cassava and his maize. Grammar does not work in Nigeria. Speaking too much grammar doesn't work. The only thing they understand is force. That is why they are negotiating with bandits. Why are they negotiating with bandits? Because bandits are armed. They have AK-47. That is the only language Nigeria understands. They don't understand anything else. Look at Lekki. Has it not collapsed? The protest, I'm asking you, because there were no Biafrans. I did not give the order for IPOB to go. Because they will say, oh, they've come to destroy Lagos. Look at them, go back. We told you, if you allow them to divide you, you are finished. What happened at Lekki today is a farce. And I want to hold Yoruba media responsible. Sometimes people ask me, but why? I said they are the ones responsible. Over the years, they have been feeding garbage upon garbage to people. Feeding people nonsense. Why don't you ask yourself today, all this nonsense they are now doing around Lekki, police show of force, why can't they do it in the East? Let them come to our land and do it. They will die there. They understand. Because we are prepared. Because we live in a world run by hypocrites. We live in a world run by hypocrites and Luciferians. So there is no need being alive. What for? Because they will always side with the devil. They will always side with evil. The Nigerian government is evil and they know it. Everything about the zoo is awful. They know that Buhari is dead. There is no Buhari. Every Fulani idiot can now come out and set a policy agenda. And we follow it, including the Bauchi state governor. All of you, didn't you hear what the Bauchi said? That Fulanis have the right to carry arms, AK-47. Did you not see all of those things? Did you not see them? What Yoruba media succeeded in doing over the years is to groom a generation of lily-livered cowards. Can you imagine if we had been listening to these people? By now, the Fulanis would have overrun us. By now, our farms, our forests, our bushes would have been gone. The same way it has gone in Yoruba land. As they were busy telling you about Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Fulani, we are busy taking over Yoruba land. Now that the Yorubas have said enough is enough, you have to leave. They have said no. Can you imagine that Amoteku is under attack from Fulani headsmen, from Fulani terrorists? Can you imagine that? Why is that happening? Because over the years, as I have always said to Nigerians who cannot reason properly like human beings, go and look at yourselves. Anytime somebody is telling you that another person is your problem, that person is your problem. They want to do to us what they did to Hausa people. They want to do to us what they did to Bachama people. They want to do to us what they did to Gwari people, what they did to Nupe, even what they did to Yoruba in the past. And after all these years, you have allowed yourselves to go through the same process of not just colonization or emasculation, but total annihilation. They will kill all of you. They will kill all of you in the zoo. Next time, go and protest. No, go and protest next time. The best time to protest in Nigeria is at night. The best time for you to protest, to occupy Lekki is at night. So as they are coming, you hit them. If you don't hit them, they will keep coming to kill civilians. They will arrest you. Nigeria is ripe for a revolution. Not all these stupid, nonsensical, useless protests. If the time for protest has come and gone, it's now time to go into full-phased revolution. The zoo is dying. I don't know if some of you saw the hillocks that are bringing in through Cotonou for Fulani headsmen in Yoruba land. I warned my Yoruba brothers and sisters, all these things that people are doing, every time, instead of you to focus on the common enemy, you look towards the east. It's Biafra, it's IPOB, it's Nnamdi, kanu all the time. These people, they will enter into you and they will ravage you, and they're doing it today. Now they're fighting, Fulani is now fighting Yoruba for Yoruba forests. Have you not seen it? That is what some traditional rulers want to bring to the east. And I'm giving an order today because I am very, very impressed with the work done so far, flushing out these bandits and criminals and rapists and murderers from our forests. The next phase will be any traditional ruler from today onwards. I saw one now on a video talking rubbish. Any traditional ruler from today, this evening in Biafraland, this night, that comes up again to talk rubbish about peaceful coexistence, we will show him how prepared we are. That nonsense that this rubbish now happening in Yoruba land cannot happen in Biafraland, where a group of vandals, criminals, will lay claim to our forest, and when we ask them to leave, they attack us. It can anyway. We're waiting for them to try it. They are now packing and moving out very quietly and very lovingly, relocating to Kanu and to Kaduna. That's where they belong. They should go there. And as I have said, if you are an Easterner, you are an Igbo man or woman, because of that brothel you build in Jalingo, Jalingo, face me, I face you, so that the people can come from Cameroon to patronize them. Because of the hotel you built, the brothel you built in Jalingo. Because of that, I need to surrender Biafraland to Fulani Janjaweed. If you are living in the north, you are on your own. If you don't want to come back and they decide to kill you there, you are on your own. The only reason why they have not started killing some of you is because the Hausa people said no. Do you know that Fulani went to Hausa people and asked them to rise up against people living in Kanu and in Kaduna? Do you know what happened? Hausa said no to them. You know that Hausa people have their foot soldiers. Hausa said no, they will not do it. Hausa said we cannot do it. Hausa said we are not doing it. You can kill them yourself if you want to. Because now, even today, as a direct result of the gospel we have been preaching on this very platform, the Hausas have now developed some sense. They know the same thing, the same way they were deceived into surrendering their land to the Janjaweed. They have now seen it very clearly that is what we are fighting. Nobody hates anybody. I don't hate Hausa people. I don't hate law-abiding Fulani people. No, not it's those hiding under one Nigeria. Unity, to be taking my forest. And I'm saying no to it. It cannot happen. Obasanjo the other day said there is now time to have a national meeting. The same national conference. The same thing that Soyinka believed in before many years ago. And he saw Buhari and said, no, the same Buhari that Soyinka campaigned for. Professor Wole Soyinka, the same Buhari he campaigned for. The same Buhari that the Yoruba is campaigned for. They are the worst there in their forest. Taking their land from them. And saying they're not going anywhere. And I'm telling them today, in the open, before the hearing of the entirety of humanity, unless they come back very quickly to make sure that the South, the alliance in the South is very strong, Fulani will eat them alive. That is their game plan. They must understand it. The same thing they do all the time. I remember when they went to, after the war, they said, oh, you are a minority. Your Ikole is not Igbo. And Nyoma is not Igbo. You are a minority. It's only a central state. Where is the oil coming from to develop the zoo? It's not from Biafraland. Is there no oil in Anambra State? I'm asking you, Orient Oil Fields. Don't you have oil in Uguta? Is that not where Shell is? How about our gas fields? Is that not where Shell is? And that Jeep taking our oil and our gas? This is the heartland of Biafraland, I'm telling you, not the coastal region. Now go to Akwa Ibom. They have ExxonMobil. Everybody's having a field there. They're making so much money. That's why they want the zoo to remain as corrupt as it is and as one as it is. Now let me ask you, the Togo Igbo man is your problem. Is that not correct? Those of you from the coastal region of Biafra, or should I say those of us from the coastal region of Biafra, they never told you that Ibibi and Igbo are one people. Nobody told you that. But I'm telling you today. And they confused you. They brainwashed you into believing that the man who is capable of saving your life is your enemy. Today, they are building a railway line from Janjaweed, northern Nigeria, to Janjaweed, Niger. Is there any railway line in Akwa Ibom State? It's simple common sense. Any railway line? Anyway, I put it down to should I say, the mentality developed by those who were conquered. Most of the people you see writing and talking rubbish against what we are doing is because they have developed that mentality of a defeated people. It's called defeatism. They have been defeated psychologically and mentally. So all they need to do is to serve Fulani for the rest of their lives. But thankfully, Elohim, the Most High God, sent IPOB to stop the rot. And luckily for us, everybody is now waking up. Everybody is now waking up. That is why Yoruba media must take the blame. They must. They are hoping on Tinubu coming. And they know that Tinubu can never, ever be president of Nigeria. They know that very well. Everybody knows that Tinubu can never, ever be the president of the zoo. They understand that very clearly. But they're deceiving themselves. And they will continue to do so until their head went. In fact, Tinubu is the modern day Afonja. Fulani will always promise you something. There's something they promised to Wike. There's something they promised to Mahi. Every idiot, they give him a promise. And as you're looking at the promise they made you, presidency, meanwhile, your forest is going. Meanwhile, the Bauchi state governor, a serving governor in Nigeria, is inviting people from the Sahel to come to conquer our land to take it over. Autumn rose up and spoke, governor of Benue State, and they descended on him. And the stupid zoo newspapers, the editors of Punch, of Tribune, all these Yoruba papers, you people, you are digging your own grave. You people, by your style of journalism, you are digging the grave that will swallow Yoruba land. Because you don't want to speak the truth. You must, sometimes in life, you must speak the truth and damn the consequences. Some of you do not understand this, but we are here to tell you today. All the years, all the lies against the Igbo, Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu has caught up with everybody. It has caught up with everybody. Now you know that they were lying to you. They were deceiving because they knew that it's only IPOB that can save everybody. I say it without any apologies. Only IPOB can save the downtrodden in Nigeria. They know it. So the best thing for them to do is to get you to align with them, to demonize IPOB, to make it impossible for IPOB to fight for your own freedom. Who told you before that IPOB is only fighting for Biafra? We are fighting for the freedom of everybody, every single human being in the zoo called Nigeria. We are fighting for everybody. Why is it difficult for you to understand that? Why is it very difficult for you to understand? They deceived you. Now they're taking your land. All those newspapers can do is, Amatekin officers were killed. They have taken our land. Fulani have come back, their headsmen. They have taken over Ogun State. They have taken Oyo State. But when you were encouraging Fulani, when you were to demonize IPOB, the only people that could have fought for you, you didn't know that? Fulani think they're very clever with those advising them. They knew that IPOB did nothing wrong. Everybody knows. But when they said IPOB should be proscribed, all of you were jumping up like antelope, jumping up and down. Like a bunch of idiots. Where are you today? After soliciting your help to demonize IPOB, to blacklist IPOB, and say it has been proscribed, where are you today? They asked Lai Mohammed, why is it that you don't want to proscribe Fulani headsmen? Lai Mohammed said that the only crime, in fact, I have told our lawyers, we are going, we've been in court all these years. To hear our case is a problem. They are the ones that proscribed IPOB, tagged us a terrorist group, we are in their own court in Abuja, asking them to look at their own idiocy and foolishness. Do you know they don't want to hear the case? And I've told our lawyers, all we need to do is to take the tape, that clip from Lai Mohammed, and take it to court. So Lai Mohammed did not say that IPOB committed any crime. No, not at all. Because IPOB is agitating to break up Nigeria, that is the reason why they were tagged the terrorist group. And I have written and have said, is it not the same thing that Nicola Sturgeon is doing in Scotland? Nicola Sturgeon wants to break United Kingdom so that Scotland can be on their own. Is she a terrorist? It's a very simple question. Is Nicola Sturgeon a terrorist? The French people of Canada, Bloc Québécois, I'm sure they call them, they are championing a cause of self-determination to carve out French Canadians from the rest of Canada. Have they been labeled a terrorist? So terrorism is no longer if you kill people, if you bomb people, if you take, if you destroy lives and properties. Now it is if you want your own self-determination, which Yoruba newspapers call secessionist or whatever rubbish they call it. To tell you how evil they are. Evil. Because I call a spade a spade. Because of them, instead of Yoruba newspapers to come out and say that the proscription of IPOB is wrong, they did nothing wrong, they joined them. Because their man, Tinubu, is his turn in 2023. And they got you to fix your eyes on 2023 and they're taking over your land. Because you're not affected, black people, because you're not affected yet, you think it won't come to you, but it's coming to you. And that time when you're shouting, nobody will listen. Look at what happened at Lekki today. It is a clear case of people shouting and nobody's listening anymore. Because if you want to do good in life, you must be consistent in what you're doing. Not today you blow hot, the next day you blow cold. They were proscribing IPOB. None of these newspapers got up to say what you are doing is wrong. IPOB, Lai Mohammed opened his mouth and said, we are proscribing, or we proscribed IPOB because, not because they have guns, no, not because they killed anybody, but because they want to break Nigeria. And some of you that claim you went to school, you're just there watching and looking as a bunch of idiots that some of you are. Fools. I have never seen a more useless, idiotic people than some of you that graduated from zoo universities. I'm telling you the truth. Your education is a waste, complete waste. And the journalists just left Lai Mohammed. They left him alone. They left him. After talking all this nonsense, the idiot left. You're now telling me that anybody agitating for freedom or asking for self-determination is a terrorist group. But the same Nigerian government is supporting the Western Sahara people who are agitating to break away from Morocco. Are they terrorists? I don't know the type of brain that God created some black people with. I don't understand it. Heaven knows I don't understand. This Yogi, I have no idea where people came from. Lai Mohammed, did IPOB kill anybody? No. Did they bomb anywhere? No. Why did you proscribe them? Because they want to break Nigeria up. How about those who are killing people and maiming and raping? Oh, no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same. They're different. And you want me to rise up in the morning and say, I am a proud Nigerian. Then you are sick in the brain. It is this level of idiocy that we are fighting. It is this level of depraved reasoning that we are fighting. When I say that an average black man is demented, people don't understand. When I say that an average African man is useless, people don't understand me. They don't understand me. An information minister, he claims he's an academic, he's well-read, sat in a television studio and said, we proscribed IPOB, we tagged IPOB a terrorist group, not because they killed anybody, but because they want to divide Nigeria. And some of you are listening to this garbage. The same thing, oh my God in heaven. They have arrested people at Lekki. You saw their police, they came as if you didn't know they were going to come. Do you think, what do you think would have made those police people to stand back or to go back? Fire for fire, that's the only thing they can understand. Anything else is garbage. They have promised that we will promote you. Some of them being owed 10 months salary. Oh, don't worry, we'll pay you. After Lekki, we're going to pay you. Nobody will pay them. The same idiot will mount roadblock and collecting money from people. The same fool that's at Lekki. The children cannot go to school. The same idiots you see today, they're displaying their might and their power. When they see bandits, they run. When they see Boko Haram, they run. When they see ISIS, they run. When they see Al Qaeda in the Maghreb, they run. But when they see civilians, you see them, they puff their chest. They are now very strong. We want to defend one Nigeria. I have told you people, if you are not prepared for a violent revolution, just stop disturbing us. Stop disturbing people, for goodness sake. You have seen over the years, IPOB will come out, they will kill them. The same Nigerian journalists in Nigeria, they will write, it's our fault. Oh, why did you come out? And I keep saying to them, does it mean we cannot defend our rights? Is that what you're telling us? Oh no, but there's another way to do it. Which other way? Now you are in Lagos, you're protesting in Lagos. After killing people during the last NSAS protest, after freezing accounts, and you think that by coming out to protest, you change anything? No, it's just like speaking grammar in Africa. If you're in Africa, you can speak grammar from now till the kingdom come. There'll be no light. There'll be no running water. Then you can speak all the grammar you like, or nothing will change. Because it is an attitudinal problem. Not a mental. It is something that you have to do consciously to bring about change. And that is to fight fire with fire. That is the only thing that is. Are you telling me that if Yoruba were to stand up today, and Biafra to stand up, say enough is enough, do you think Fulani will stand it? Do you think they will stand it? You and I know that the answer is no, they cannot stand the heat. They cannot stand it. But they are counting on your cowardice. They know that some of you can start writing. Remember 1967? Well, what happened? We were eating cassava then. We were doing this. We were struggling. They were, and I keep asking these idiots. How many wars has Israel fought? From day one, since God gave the land of Israel to Israelites when they left Egypt, they've been fighting war till today. Is Israel not at war today? You know, they read the Bible, they don't know what to do with it. That is one thing. That is one thing that every time I pray to God and I say, can you just show me how you made black people? How did you create them? Where did you get the brain you put in black people in their skull? Where did you get the brain from? Because I don't know. The same Bible that I have here in front of me, the Torah, I have the Torah in front of me. The same thing I have read over and over again. I have read this Bible over and over again. For the kingdom of God suffered violence, and it can only be taken by those that prefer violence. Israel has been fighting a war. Israel fought a war and lost, and by the Babylonians came and took them into slavery, scattered them all over the world for 2,000 years. After that, they came back in 1948. Before Israel could be established, they fought a war. 3 wars. Till today, Israel is still fighting. Till this very minute. You fought 1 war since 70, and because of that, we will not hear again. Oh, we are here in the war. Did you fight war? Nonsense. I am in America, the most advanced country in the world. I am in Texas, in the city of Houston. Beautiful houses. I am staying in a mansion. People are having fun here. They're enjoying. Is America today not at war in Afghanistan? Is America not at war today in Afghanistan? There is war everywhere. The same America that they're enjoying, you know, America is fighting a war. I have said this thing to our people about this war rubbish they keep talking about. Let me make it very clear to you. Do you know that as a living being, as a human being, you are fighting a war every day? There are many microbes that want to kill you. They number in their billions in your body, of which coronavirus, COVID-19 is one of them. Malaria parasites is another one. Typhoid, one of them. All they want to do is to kill you. But do you know that God is miraculous? Don't take what I'm telling you. Look at yourself. Go to your doctor now. Ask your doctor, is my body at war? Your doctor will tell you, yes, your body is at war. But I can't feel anything because you cannot see it. There is something called your white blood cells, the antibodies in your body. They are swimming all over your body, looking for foreigners, like Fulani headsmen in your forest, looking for foreigners to devour them. Anytime they cannot overwhelm that microbe, be it a virus or a bacteria, that's when you get sick. Then you notice it. For some of us, by then it's too late. Something is happening today in real life. Because there's a saying when we are young, what you have in the spirit world is also in the living. What you have in the temporal world is also in the spiritual. Do you know that your body is at war? Why don't you say to yourself, oh, because I suffered from malaria and typhoid in 2019 and I survived it. When typhoid and malaria attacks me again in 2021, I will not take any medication. Do you say that? Now, let me ask you again. When you were fighting malaria and typhoid in 2019, you went to the chemist, you took a fancy that you took all this medication to help your immune system to fight it. You survived. Are you then saying because my body fought malaria parasite and typhoid in 2019, when those parasites attack me again, I should say, oh, I'm tired of fighting this war? Then you will die. Maybe now you will understand what I'm saying. The body of a human being is in a constant state of war. And that is why a community or a nation is a body. Even United Nations is a body. Anything that comes to attack it, you must fight that very thing and defeat it. Don't say, oh, because I fought a war before in 1967, you were not there, you were not born. So that when the same conditions occurs again, I should keep quiet so they can take my forest, rape my mothers and kill me, then you must be insane. Next time when you're sick, don't take any medication. Say, oh no, before I had this illness in 2018 and I survived it. When it comes again, I will do nothing. Your body is at war. You need to fight for self-preservation. Therefore, you need to fight a war in order to preserve your land and your people. That was the mistake that Yoruba media made. And that is why today they are contesting their land with Fulani headsmen in Yoruba land. But because they are black people, they can never say it. Because of short-termism, they can never say it. Because they are thinking and hoping, oh, it's only 2023. Tinubu will be there and everything will be okay. Before 2023, you'll be taken over. In 2022, the Fulanis will unleash the final phase of their assault and attack against our people. You cannot see 2023. You'll be dead by then. These are the things that they don't understand, and these are the things that we have to make them to understand. We need to make them to understand. It is only now that an Abia monarch is getting up to say they are raping our women. You want us to allow rapists. You want us to allow those who are only interested in humiliating us to be in our forests. Is that what you're saying to us? And you want us to allow it to happen? Is that what you're telling us we must allow to happen? Of course, it can never, ever happen. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. You must understand it. You must understand it. Please, very, very. And now, Abia monarchies, Fulani herdsmen started raping our women and destroying our farms since 2015. Abia monarch. Since 2015. And I was telling them then, they said, no. My son wants to take us to another war. We fought a war before. But now the war has come to you. No longer war. They take your mothers and they rape them in the forest. Before your own two eyes. You can't do anything. Because you're thinking, oh, we fought a war before. Because we fought a war before, anybody can now come and rape your mother. Is that what you're telling me? These are the demons that we are fighting. And we must continue to fight them. Why bandits have not been proscribed? Lai Mohammed told you. Why they have not proscribed bandits? That is Nigeria for you. That is Nigeria for you. A land of evil. Why have you not banned or proscribed bandits? We have not proscribed them because we are, how can I put it? Because I want to just bear with me for a second. I want to tell you precisely what the buffoon said, Lai Mohammed said, why they have not banned killers and murderers. Killers, and when I say to newspapers in the zoo, these are the things you're supposed to be reporting, investigating. These are the things you're supposed to be. No, they will not do it. They can never ever do it. They won't do it. Because they know, they understand that they're all in it together. all of them are in it together. Oh, don't worry, as long as Tinubu is the president, that is the only thing that matters to us in 2023. That 2023, you will not see it. You will not be alive to see it, because by then, Fulani would have taken over the whole of your land. Fulani would have taken over the whole of your land. That is why this very day, I'm asking for reports everywhere. Our people, those who are working hard to make sure that the Janjaweed, that they are cleared from our forest. I want to know precisely what is going on. And you're going to come back to me to tell me exactly what is happening. You will tell me what is happening, because I need to know. I need to know. Why have you not banned bandits? Lai Muhammad, this is according to Punch Newspaper. You know, the way they report things very flippantly. Very, very flippantly. Very, very sad indeed. Why bandits have not been proscribed? According to Lai Muhammad, he said, this is according to one Shegun Adewole that writes for Punch Newspaper. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Muhammad, has said bandits cannot be proscribed in Nigeria because they don't go by any name. I want people this evening, morning, noon, or night, regardless of where you are. You must listen to what I have to say next very, very carefully, please. Look at the contradictions. That is why I keep saying all the time that the worst thing to ever happen to black people, including black Americans who are in America, is the creation of Nigeria. It's the worst thing that ever happened to the black race all over the whole world. And I'm about to prove it to you. I want you to listen very carefully. I want you to understand how these people are playing ping pong with our reasoning. I want you to understand the grand plan of the Fulani Janjaweed to eradicate all of you from the face of this very earth. Listen very carefully, please, to their contradictions. Listen carefully to what I have to say, please. They asked Lai Muhammad, tell us why you cannot proscribe Fulani killers. He said, because they don't go by any name. We don't know their name. Listen carefully. Please note that down. They don't have any name. That is why we cannot proscribe them. He said this during an interview on AIT's Kakaki program, which was monitored by Punch newspaper. He said, it is not proscribing these killers and murderers that matters. What matters is how they are treated. Are you listening? They have no name. They should not be proscribed. Then they asked him. No, he continued to say, we proscribe known groups with names. You can't just proscribe an unknown group legally. Unless you have a name, nobody can proscribe you. But their name is Miyet Yala, Fulani headsmen. The whole world knows. He's saying they have no name because the same Yoruba journalists prefer to call them bandits than Fulani headsmen. The same people, even Governor El Rufai, the midget of Kaduna, came out openly to say that these are Fulani people committing these crimes. We know it's Miyet Yala. They cannot say it because everybody's afraid. Now, I will continue. Secondly, he said, it is not whether they are proscribed or not. It doesn't matter. These are killers. It doesn't matter if they are proscribed or not. It is the way that they are treated. Does the government actually treat them with kid gloves? The answer is no. This is a response to a raging insecurity in a country of supposedly over 200 million people. This is a response from a minister of state responding to a question about insecurity in the country. Is that you cannot proscribe them because they have no name. And then Lai Muhammad went on to say, when a group is championing a cause for the disintegration of Nigeria, a group like IPOB, everybody's IPOB because we are formidable. Both Satan knows our name. Angels in heaven know everybody. If not for IPOB, all of you would have been slaves answering Musa today. I don't care who you are. From Middle Belt all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. If not for IP, that is why I don't play with IPOB. That I said you are not in the same class with IPOB. You can never be. Not now, not tomorrow. You can never ever be. One single person in IPOB is responsible that today, if you're still answering Jonathan or John or whatever your name is, and not Musa or Idris, is because of IPOB. That was the reason why Lai Muhammad said a group like IPOB that does not even recognize Nigeria as a state sets up its own army. Why won't we have an army? Who born you? And think it's the sovereign state, that we are different from bandits. Why did we set up Eastern Security Network? Why? Do you see the way they lie? Do you see how Nigeria is a place where the devil resides? We set up ESN to tackle Fulani terrorism and the menace of Mieti Allah. Everybody knows that. But now they are touring all over the world, telling the world, Nnamdi Kanu formed an army. He formed a militia. He formed a militia. Because they have the money. And they think that we don't. To pay every frontline lobbying firm around the world to go about preaching this blatant falsehood that we formed an army. Will your army defend our mothers when they're being raped in the farms? I keep asking. I'm here. And I'll ask the UN. If you say I shouldn't form an army to defend the land of Biafra, when my mothers are being raped in the farm, are you going to send a UN special force to come and protect them? I think we all know the answer to that. And the answer is no. Then you allow me to defend my land the best way I know fit. And that's what we are doing. And no Jupiter, I say no Jupiter can stop us. No Jupiter can, nobody. Eastern Security Network has come to stay forever and ever. No going back. They're about to see something they have not seen. And in Imo State, I will set an example with Imo State so that others will know. You see, because of this priest, the wife and the children they kidnapped today, I will set an example. I'm saying I'm in America because there were some idiots who are saying, oh, we are going to stop him from coming to America. These are idiots who are power drunk. Sacked from IPOB. I'm in America. And I said, after doing what I will do in that zoo called Nigeria, I will be the one to hand myself over. I'll go to Hague. I will be in Hague. ICC. They don't have to look for me. I'll hand myself over to ICC. Let them not release this priest and the wife. Then when you're hearing about Imo State, what is happening there? Because if you leave them, you don't know if you are the next person they will take. That is the way the zoo works. You need to understand the psyche of the Fulani. That is how they behave. Some of you are foolish, you cannot see because you're blind. Out of your envy. You cannot be like me, I'm Nnamdi Kanu. You can never, not in a trillion years, you cannot be like me. This is what we are born to do, to set the captives free. That is our mission on this earth, nothing more, nothing less, for your information. Lai Mohammed, why did you proscribe IPOB? We proscribe them because they don't recognize Nigeria as a state. Please don't compare apples and oranges. So IPOB is apple, and those killing people are oranges. From a minister of state. And you have journalists that went to school with conscience. Oh my God in heaven. Journalists with conscience writing rubbish against IPOB. When asked if the bandits are not also threatening the sovereignty of Nigeria by taking up arms against the city, these are bandits that took up arms. These arms were supplied by Fulani governors in the north. It's a grand plan to take over Nigeria and give to Fulani Janjaweed all over West Africa. When they ask them, but why is it you have not proscribed those that took up arms against the citizens of the country, as opposed to IPOB that took up no arms against Nigeria? He said, listen, Lai Mohammed, security challenges are one thing. Challenging the sovereignty of Nigeria is a completely different thing. So challenging the sovereignty of Nigeria by asking for a referendum is more dangerous than people slaughtering and raping all of you. That's what he said. And who created Nigeria? A white man and a white woman. So all of you will be sacrificed at the altar of one Nigeria that was created by a white man and a white woman. And you claim you are black Africans. I don't know the God. I've said to God, though, in my next life, any attempt to take me to Africa, any attempt, Chineke want to send me to Africa, I will start fighting heaven. I'm telling you the truth. I have never seen a people that steadfastly refuses to reason. What Lai Mohammed, if you hear him, you will think he loves Nigeria, yes? No, he's saying it because of the money he's making. how he's going to be. You know, now they are now having empires. After being the governor, your child can be the speaker. After that, you know, that dynasty thing, like the Sarakis of Kwara. People are now building, they are now marrying each other. Their son is now marrying their daughter. They're building a dynasty. Because of oil and gas coming from Biafraland. Now, listen very carefully, please. He said, don't armed robbers threaten the security of lives in the country? It's everywhere in the world. People can... He failed to say that people are also agitating everywhere else in the world. Nicola Sturgeon, the first minister of Scotland, is agitating. They will not say to us, oh, why don't you join politics? You play politics with monkeys. Can you go into Serengeti Forest, sorry, Serengeti Game Reserve, and you call lion, and you call antelope, and you call zebra, and say, come, there's some political party? Is that possible? Nigeria is a zoo. Some call it a jungle. There are no rules. The only thing that Britain wants is that let us just say there is a government in power so it can be taking oil and gas. That's the only thing that concerns them. You can kill yourselves there. The more you die, anyway, it's even better, because they have said that they want to reduce Africa's population by 3 billion. No, world population by 3 billion. And most of them will come from Africa. So if you kill yourselves there, nobody gives a damn. Why do you think that when fighting is going on in Africa, as is now going on in Ethiopia, in the Tigray region, nobody's talking all over the world? Africans, you can kill yourselves. You don't matter in the scheme of things. You people are irrelevant. You can succeed and come abroad and become our cleaner and our dry bus driver and do all these menial jobs. If you're lucky, one or two of you can make it and become a known figure all over the world. But apart from that, collectively, you're not. But we don't feel any shame, do we? We have in this UG, we have no shame. We have no class. We have no decency. Now, this same Lai Mohammed, I want to bring you to something about how duplicitous these people are. This same man that is saying that you cannot dialogue with bandits, they have no name. The same man, note this thing down, please. The same man that said you cannot, they have no name. Listen to what he had to say. He went further to say, when that dirty sheikh, not that idiot that wears a dirty rag, he looks very filthy. How that person can be an Islamic scholar is beyond me. Islamic scholars are very, very intelligent. Islamic scholars are very, very intelligent. How somebody can say that Islamic scholars are, they look so dirty. Very, very dirty. Very, very dirty. Didn't you see it? The so-called Islamic scholar. Very dirty, Sheikh Gumi. They said he went about talking to what's it called? He went about talking to bandits inside the forest. Listen, a man that said we cannot prescribe them because they have no name. I wanted to pay attention. How do I describe it in this UG? How do I get them? This thing that I have to say now, how do I get people to be able to be reasonable enough to understand what I'm saying? That's the problem I have now in this UG. I want to listen very carefully. A while ago, Lai Mohammed said we cannot prescribe Fulani bandits because they have no name. Is that correct? Now, the same man said he is in support of Sheikh Gumi's, they call him Sheikh Gumi's dialogue with the same people that has no name. Most of us, people don't understand in IPOB. We are engineers, we are doctors. I'm in America. You need to come and see the mansion I'm staying in America. It belongs to an IPOB family member who is a coordinator in Texas. When you, oh, my goodness, people are daft, you know. We have doctors, we have engineers, we have nurses, we have everything. And those whose job is to rear cattle is trying to dictate our lives for us. Can you believe such nonsense? I want you to know that Nigeria is a den of liars and deceivers. This now you know it better. We support Sheikh Gumi's peace initiative with bandits. And we respect him. From who? From some Lai Mohammed. Do you see how they roll? When it suits them, IPOB is a monster. It's evil. Destroy it. On the other hand, they're negotiating with bandits, the same people that have no name. Why is it easier for you to negotiate with people that have no name than those that has a name? Now you see, it's called contradictions. But because they have so much money, you know, their watches is nearly 30 billion to deceive the world. You know, the world is more corrupt now than it's ever been in the history of mankind. They come to America here, they spray some money around, they give money to consultants, They go to Capitol Hill, they speak grammar, they wear suit based on proceeds of blood from the zoo to try to defend what is in essence indefensible. I wish the USA can have conscientious people, as in years gone by, people who are not swayed or persuaded by money. Even today in America, even in their politics, they are becoming as corrupt as the third world. If you don't have money to buy your way through, nothing happens. Evil is happening all over the world, and the whole US is keeping quiet, and evil is happening. What is that evil? Speaking on TVC morning show, the same Lai Mohammed, after AIT went to, before his AIT rubbish, went to TVC and said that the government, their government, is using the back channels to address the security challenges in the country. Adding that bandits might be ready to listen to the cleric than they would to the government. So let there be peace. This is from Lai Mohammed, the same man that said to you that they have no name, we cannot prescribe them. But when it comes to amnesty, giving hard-earned money gotten from the south to the north to armed killers and robbers, it doesn't matter that they don't have a name. So when it comes to pampering murderers and killers, it doesn't matter if they have a name or not. Now you understand the type of country you're in. So when some of you wake up in the morning and say that you are a proud Nigerian, you can now understand the reason why I say that a wild beast in the forest is better than you, because you're a complete fool and an idiot. This is what they have reduced governance to. This is what Lai Mohammed has reduced governance to. This is how sad and terrible things are in the damnable zoological republic. They don't have a name. We can't prescribe them. Oh, but by the way, we can negotiate with them to give them more money, give them cars, give them arms, give them everything. In the name of amnesty. The same people that you claim have no name. They have turned logic on its head, upside down. Upside down. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. No matter how sensible you are in Nigeria, no matter the type of education you have, if you fail to see what the Fulanis are planning for you, then you're a fool. Have you ever heard any Fulani person before come out to openly condemn even the bandits? That dirty looking pig called a sheikh. You know, that's the thing about Yoruba media. They say he's a respected sheikh, respected Islamic scholar. And I want you to go through all their newspaper publications. The same words they will never use for anybody from the East. Even if you're an avid supporter of one Nigeria. Never. Never. They can never say the renowned lawyer, the renowned judge. Never. That has led a lot of people to think that maybe there is a symbiotic relationship between the Yoruba and the Fulani. Maybe they are benefiting from one another. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. But something very horrible is happening in the zoo. And it is our duty and responsibility to bring it to the attention of the world. A governor, the Bauchi State governor said, Governor Bala Mohammed said, headsmen Fulani will continue to carry AK-47, which means they will continue to rape our mothers, a sitting governor in Nigeria. And somebody will have the temerity to rise up to ask us, why ESN? Why are you armed? You are telling a governor is saying that people who are rapists and murderers, that they have the right to carry AK-47. A sitting governor. Bala Mohammed is his name. A governor. He explained, according to a news report in the zoo, according to Vanguard, that headsmen would continue to carry weapons because they need protection. How about my mother who is being raped? And don't take my word for it. I want you to simply go to your Google and you type in women raped. Type it in Google, women raped in Ebonyi State. Now listen, in Ebonyi State by Fulani headsmen. When we say these things, people don't understand. When we say it, they keep complaining. But they must understand. They must understand. Just Google it. I said, go to your Google now. I want you to follow. It's a simple. What do you have there? Have you found it? Go to Google and you will see it. Just Google women raped in Ebonyi State by Fulani headsmen inside Google. You will see reports everywhere. July 1st, 2020. Woman raped by headsmen in Anambra dies in Ebonyi. These are the people that a sitting governor in Nigeria is saying we should give arms to. And when you, is there, isn't it? When you come out and say, in fact, let me read one for you here. It's awful, but it sounds hilarious. They caught this December. This news was published by some newspaper. Go and Google this one. Fulani headsman. Google it, please. I will speak very slowly. Fulani headsman who raped a Ebonyi woman to death says, I only did one round. Is here. And Dave Umahi, the governor of Ebonyi State, is aware of all these things. Now, my question to them is this. My question to zoo people is this. All you zoo animals calling yourselves Nigerians, my question to you is this. When this Fulani man armed with AK-47 comes to rape my mother, what should I do? What am I supposed to do? Because here, it is very clear that their governor have said to them, we need to allow them to continue to carry AK-47 assault rifles. And I'm asking you a very simple question. A very, very simple question. When they come with the assault rifles to rape our mothers, what are we supposed to do? Be clapping for them or reciting the Quran? So as they're raping our mothers in the farm, we'll be reading the Quran. We'll hadith. We'll be reciting it for them. And our mother was raped to death. One in Anambra, one in, not one, just one I'm able to see right now, if you Google it. And they say you have governors. They want to do their own security. Do you see how foolish? Sometimes in Nigeria, everybody's foolish. Everybody's hopeless. Nobody can reason very well. And you want to compare yourself to the great IPOB that heaven itself created. Who are you? Are you more intelligent than us? Are you more educated than we are? Do you want us to start speaking English? I ask you both speaking grammar all the time. Wole Soyinka was speaking grammar for very many years. It didn't stop the Fulani cow from eating his corn. It didn't stop them. English cannot stop a